How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be tying a micro bleeding minnow for panfish and ice fishing. So this is a 1/80th ounce jig head. I powder painted that with ProTec silver, and I put a 3mm silver eye on it, and the hook is a number 8 size. For the thread, we're going to be using a gray UTC Ultra Thread 70 denier. We're just going to start that thread behind the head and take it down to the point of the hook. For the tail, I'm going to be using a sparse gray marabou feather. I've just taken a marabou feather and stripped some of the fibers off it so it's a lot more sparse to fit the size. So we're going to measure that out against the hook to make sure the tail is about the length of the hook. Once we got the right size, we want to pinch it on the hook right there where our thread is and tie it down tight. Give it a few nice tight wraps to keep it in place. And then you can let go and tie it up the rest of the way. Keep your thread tight. And take your time. Now we're going to clip the butt end of that marabou feather. Go over the fluffy stuff with the thread to tame it down a little bit. Now we're going to bring the thread back down to the tail to tie the feather in tighter. Make any adjustments you need to make sure it's straight. For the second part of the tail, we're going to be using a piece of red monoflash. So we're just going to pinch that in right on the side of the tail, just right in the middle, and then tie it down tight with the thread, give it a few good turns and let go. Then we're going to tie the monoflash up to the head. This will just ensure that it stays tight and tied in. And now we're going to bring the thread back down as we hold the monoflash in the middle of the other side of the tail. Check out both sides, make sure they're perfectly straight. And then we're going to cut them to length. We want them to be just a little bit longer than the length of the tail. Looks good. For the body, I'm going to be using this New Age chenille. This is bleeding shad color from Nimrod's Tackle. Just grab a piece of that and tie the tag end in at the head as you tie the chenille tightly down to the tail. Once you got that tied in tight, bring your thread back up to the head. Then we're going to start wrapping the chenille. Make sure we get the tail fibers out of the way and then begin wrapping. Just going to do nice tight wraps, taking your time once again. Make sure you keep a nice even body that doesn't have any breaks in it. And once you get the chenille up to the head, you can tie it down with your thread. Just give it a few tight wraps. A wrap in front of the chenille. And once you're happy with it, you can clip that off. If there's any fluffies left behind by the chenille, just pull those out. And we're going to do a couple taming wraps to keep the chenille off the head. And now we're going to whip finish. As usual, just a 5 or 6 turn whip finish should do it. Pull the thread tight, and then clip it off. So that's all there is to it. This is just a tiny bait fish pattern. The gray is a super natural color, and the red gives it a nice attractive look that the fish can't resist. I love this pattern for bluegill, perch, crappie, any panfish really will take it, and it's very effective through the ice no matter what you're fishing for as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.